So we just had an election day, and hopefully all of you guys got out and vote. I know I did. One of the things I voted for was no. That Mezco no longer makes Mezco exclusives that sell out in 20 minutes while we're at work, and then we can't get them, and then they're like 150 bucks or more on eBay. Speaking of Homecoming Spider-Man, if any of you guys got any extras, please let me know, because I'm not going to pay more than suggested retail. I just don't do that. But I have extra figures I could hook some of you guys up, you know, for what I paid for it, because that's the right thing to do, because I'm not a scalper. I'm not in this to make money. I'm basically just in it to complete my collection. Another thing that I voted for was that Marvel Legends actually makes figures to complete some teams. Not figures that we have no clue who they are, which I do like those figures. They're not figures that we like another Spider-Man, so we need 80 Spider-Mans. Apparently we do. And the 6-arm one actually looks pretty cool. I also voted that Star Wars in the movie actually gets a cast that we care about, like Solo. I thought that was the best movie that the Disney has did so far, because the cast is cool, and it was they actually, when the 4-arm guy died, you're like, no, God, I wanted to see so much more of him. As far as the new Star Wars movies go, man, they could kill off that whole cast every show, and I don't think anybody would care. Let's check out this Doctor Strange. This is his original costume. He was a Mezco exclusive. He actually didn't sell out in 20 minutes. That's why you're sitting here looking at him. If he did sell out in 20 minutes, then this guy wouldn't be in my collection. I know I should stop getting 3 of every figure, or sometimes more. But when you have the costume that you really want, you got to get it. Then you get the original costume, you got to get it. Then you get the modern costume, which I haven't got yet, but I'm going to get it. It's just hard to say no. Let's check him out. Alright, so here's this Mezco 112 collective. I don't really know why they say the collective, but they do, so I went ahead and threw it on there just so I sound like really professional. It is original costume, and that's my Star Wars thing, Comtech thing that keeps going off for some reason. I got a new one. I'm getting ready to building up for a Star Wars review. But here's this Doctor Strange. He comes with these really cool accessories that he came with last time, but they're a different color. Which is cool. I guess they could have just did them the same color, but then that wouldn't really make them as cool. Let me get up here. So here you have a yellow and a blue one. Now you have a green and kind of a red-orange one. So that makes it really cool. I'm glad that they took the time or the attention to detail to actually make them different colors. In case you want to display them, then you can kind of have them. It'll just look good. He comes with the same hands as the last one. I just reviewed this one. So we're going to make this video really quick because it's basically the same exact thing. You guys in the comments are going to go, his head's too big, and I'm going to go, I don't really think it's too big. I think it looks pretty good. Actually, the figure looks-wise is amazing. On this thing, he comes with the eye. Once again, the eye comes out of his chest. And if you don't want the eye open, you can have the eye closed, which is really cool. And I was thinking, you know, since they just did this thing, I'm going to display one with the eye open and one with the eye closed. Let me try to get this in here to where you can actually see it. If you look at this eye, it's completely different from this one. Like, I thought that they would be the same. They're not the same. Like, this one's square, this one's round. Once again, I'm glad that they took the time to do something different, not just pack up the same shit that they did on the last time and make us buy it again. But they didn't, and I really appreciate that. As far as the head sculpt goes, this is what sucks about this figure. It's the same exact head that we got last time. If you're going to make us buy the figure 3 times, well, I guess you're not making us. We're kind of doing that all on our own, which is our own problems. Give us 3 different head sculpts. I don't think that's too much to ask. 3 different facial expressions would have definitely been cool. I kind of would have felt like I kind of got my money's worth if I could display 3 of these with 3 different heads. You got 3 different eyes, different magic effects, different accessories. Why not go all out? Here's his original costume. I thought that was really cool that they were making the original costume. I went on there. There was still available, so I went ahead and picked one up. I wasn't fortunate enough to go to New York Comic Con. because all these cons is just too expensive. Basically, on this one, the articulation sucks. Pretty much every single joint on this thing sticks. It's really hard to move. It's got the cloth fabric on it, so I don't really know how I'm going to heat it up to get it to move, or if that would even help. The shoulders don't really even go up. They actually barely move at all. The whole thing on this thing, the articulation, really, really sucks. The legs move good, but if you move it too much, this ball will pop out of the thigh, because I tried to cross his legs in like an Indian seating pose, but I can't get his thighs up that high without him popping off. So as far as articulation goes on this, normally Mezco, I think they do a great job. On this particular one, it really sucks. Like this thing, like it feels like these shoulders are going to break if I go them. They basically don't do anything at all. I don't know why it's so stiff. It is. Normally I'd heat this up with like my little heater over here or something to try to get it to move. I don't even know if that got it. Just the articulation sucks really, really bad on this one. Basically, he's got the same pants that he did over here, except for they got a little bit more line work on them, or different line work. And he basically has the same exact shirt that he has on over here, same hands, same head. It's just a different color, which I'm totally cool with that. Once again, they have this really cool cape. It's got wire in it. It's got wire in the collar. I think it's got wire in the collar. It does have wire in the collar. It has these two little magnets that stick onto his chest. That is a really cool touch. Definitely appreciate that. Then he's got wire in the cape, which I love because that octopus thing is just so freaking stupid. Here he is. Hopefully you were smart enough to pass on this one. I was not, but God, I hope you were. Then he comes with this really cool accessory. This thing has a globe in it. The globe spins. You really can't ask for much more than that. That is amazing. It looks like it will come out, but it doesn't. It lifts up, so it kind of levitates a little bit. That's definitely cool. Tons of detail on this thing. They killed it. Like, this is a really cool accessory. Last time, this thing has the little ghost version of him behind him, which is cool. I definitely like that. We didn't get that on this one, which is I'm fine with, because I wouldn't have displayed it that way twice anyways. But the globe is a really cool accessory. Now we got one more Doctor Strange to get, which I'm definitely going to get, because it's like his modern costume, and it's 3 different costumes. I got like tons of Deadpools every variant, tons of Wolverines every variant, so why not keep the party going? He also comes with the best stand in the business. That's pretty much it. I already pulled out my Doctor Strange collection when I reviewed this one, so if you want to see that, just go back to this video. I'm trying to keep this thing short. Let me get him on the shelf and show you the Mezco collection. So we have been getting a ton of Mezco action figures lately. So I'm not going to show you the DC shelf. I'm just going to show you the Marvel shelf, because I got more DC figures on the way. And then I'll pull that out. We got the Mezco Spider-Mans over here. Hooked him up with a Green Goblin, because unfortunately they don't have a villain. The black one hooked him up with Hammerhead. Coming around here, we got the Rev Tech, Venom, and Carnage. God, I love those two action figures, especially the Carnage. Best Carnage ever made. Cap, the classic Cap, my favorite Cap. Over here battling Red Skull and a bunch of his goons. More Caps, more Red Skulls, because you can't have just one of anything. The placeholder Kingpin until we get the other Kingpin. I still like that Kingpin. It sucks that the new one, now we got to get 2 Kingpins because of the Shadow King, which is something I'm probably going to do, and it's going to be really expensive, and I shouldn't do, but I probably will do. Here's the best Punisher ever. I'm really glad that they redid this, give everybody a second chance, and I think this one's way cooler than the other one, so that was a nice come up. They finally did the right thing for once. That was the only time they've ever did the right thing, too. Multiple Man, I wish I had more of those. Can't really afford any more of those. I actually got one of those for free from one of you guys, so thank you for that. Definitely appreciate that. Coming around the corner, we have Wolverine, Old Man, Brown, Blue, Gray, Deadpool once again, Gray, Red, Blue. The first Iron Man, I was lucky enough to get that thanks to Toy Shiz. Otherwise, I wouldn't have that, and you wouldn't be looking at it right now. Neither would I. And then you have the regular old Doctor Strange, that one, the original costume Doctor Strange, which is cool. Glad that I got it. Probably should have passed, but God, it's just so cool. And he comes with that globe. The back of the Hydra shoulders all the way back around to Miles Morales Spider-Man, which is way too big just because they use the same Spider-Man body as all the other Spider-Man, so that's probably way too big. I wish he was like in like a kid body. Just for you guys listening, wouldn't a kid body be nice? They could do Robin, all kinds of cool sidekicks. Who knows? Maybe someday. That's the collection. That's my review. Thanks for watching.